We're still working out the compliance issues. They're wondering why it's not in front of the judge. If the council could do that once, put it online, if the council would begin to anticipate the questions that are going to be asked, because they're very simple questions to be anticipated, and provide that information to the members before they ask 1,000 times, we could all be on the same page sooner and not have to waste our time asking the same question. They want to know what's going on with the MWA arbitration. Many times, we get more information through Walsh's reports than we ever get at the council. It shouldn't be that way. We should be supplying our own information. Sometimes I found out more about our council through the newspapers, which I think is unacceptable. It shouldn't even get to the newspapers. It should get to us well before it gets to the newspapers. And then it takes people like Musumeci and others to put information up there on their websites, to collect the email addresses of other members themselves and email those members, pass on the information from the website and other sources. But transparency is nowhere near it needs to be. Thank you.
Any response to any comment, Jeremy?
You know, Dan, you have to understand the big picture here. You're sitting here and saying there's no transparency. You're sitting here and saying
that.
I'm sorry? Okay.
I did not say there's no
not enough transparency for you, excuse me. Look, you're pointing the finger only at the delegates and the executive board and the people of the council. At some point, the members have to get involved. Okay? You're saying Musumeci gets information. Why is that? Because he wants the information, he comes and gets it. Okay? You can't keep pointing the finger at people. At some point in this organization, the members are going to have to start coming back and getting involved. That's where they'll get the answers, not by sitting on their couch or sitting at a job site saying to you, where's the contract? Where's it? Why don't you say to them, come to the next meeting? Because that's what I tell them. Come to the next meeting, find out what's going on, and get involved.
Anybody else? Okay. Yes, you can.
Right now, most, for a quarter of the attending members here are from the council employees. You guys get all the information because you guys are the ones that produce it, collect it, and need to use it. The members do not get this information. It doesn't get out there. And most members don't even want to bother coming to a meeting, just a chance that they might get a glimmer of a piece of information. They want to know what's going on before they come to the meeting, so they can make informed choices, they can ask informed questions before they get to the meeting. If you want to get members more involved in this organization, they have to be better informed before they get to the meeting. Because when they do get to the meeting, they have no freaking idea what's going on, and we have 3-4 hour meetings just to get through one issue.
Can I say something?
No. Martin, why should a member decide you're the right man for the job?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm a carpenter, and I'm very proud of it. 27 years. I came up through the system. Foreman, shop steward, general foreman. I've been elected trustee here recently. I know what's going on. I've been elected delegate, like I told you before. I've been elected alternate delegate to our 35th Annual General Convention. I learned a great deal about our union. I've been appointed by the District Council to the Apprenticeship Committee. It was nice, good changes made there, my brothers and sisters. If you want a carpenter to represent you, I'm the carpenter. I'm on the job every day with my tools. I got 27 credits. When you call me, you're talking to a carpenter. If I'm the president, you will be the president, brothers and sisters. I want to make it very clear, I'm not a politician. Get that straight. I'm a straight, honest guy. I don't go around the question. You hear it like it is. And in my closing statement tonight, you'll hear it from me, what I think, what a carpenter should be, and what a carpenter should do, and who should lead this district council into the next century.
question is, why should a member decide you're the right man for the job?
The first thing is, and apparently I know the rules better than the other candidates. I don't, that came out a little strong, but I think it's the truth. For example, some of the candidates don't know that you can bind delegates to votes. Normally delegates are allowed to vote the way they want to vote, but when the members in a local make a motion to bind a delegate to a particular course of action, they're supposed to abide by it. You need to know the rules, because that's what got us into the problem in the first place. In 1990, we were indicted by the U.S. government. 1994, we get a consent decree. It's still with us. We went from an IRO to IIs, and then we now have another RO. Why? Because our former representatives failed to abide, not just by our own rules, but federal rules. We need to know the rules, and we all need to abide by them. Because if we don't abide by them, we're going to end up either trusteed or dissolved.
I'm feeling the best candidate for the position of president because I'm focused on getting members to work. Guys, you know, we're dealing with, as I said before, a very complicated industry out there. I've worked on this job 24/7 since I started. From a cubicle with no direction to one of the more respected organizations, and I've came through it all. I've come through the dark times. I've come through to the point we are now, when hopefully things are going to be picking up. I'm the guy that the reps call when they need to go to an agency or an entity. I'm the guy who's working for jobs that are going to start 2 or 3 years now. I'm not looking for any kind of salary bump or anything. I want to continue to be the political director, working on jobs like last night till 9 o'clock at night on a new Major League Soccer stadium. I understand the rules, contrary to what people say, but I think that's not the most important thing for the president of this council. You know, to have a basic grasp of the rules, to enforce the rules, to take counsel and go forward is a part of it. But 2 meetings a month and a couple of meetings is not what the membership of this council needs. It needs a president that can go and advocate and make sure that jobs, not now, but 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, are union. That's what I bring to the table. That's what I brought to the table. And that's why I ask for members to vote. Thank you.
Now, like Dan said, I may not know the rules, but I know carpentry. I've worked my whole career in the field. I worked shoulder to shoulder with a lot of the guys in this room, and I'm proud of that. I've worked with them. They've been my foreman. We've worked side to side. I've been their foreman. I worked as a shop steward, and now working as a council representative, I get to sit there and fight with you guys every day with the contractors, protecting our jurisdiction, making sure we're getting our benefits paid, making sure everything's right on the job for your health, your safety. I had the honor of working in the Inspector General's office for a year, which gave me more knowledge that would help being the president of this district council. I know what it is to be a carpenter, guys. I know what it is to struggle every day, you know, struggle to pay bills. I know what it is to worry about where the next paycheck's coming. I know what it is to work off the out-of-work list. Okay? I've been there with you. I fought the fights with you, and I'll continue to do it. That's why I feel I'm the most qualified candidate to be president of the district council. Thank you.
I'm going to start with Dan Franco on this question. Dan, do you think that the president should have significant experience on the tools?
Significant experience on the tools. It helps to understand the problems that we face out there every day. Absolutely, but specifically for the presidency, on the tools knowledge is not needed. But it helps as an executive committee member to determine all the, like, how we're going to deal with the collective bargaining agreements and how we're going to run our council. But specifically for the presidency, on the tools experience is not needed, because the presidency, his primary duty as president is to preside at all the meetings of the council, enforce a due observance of the Constitution and laws of the UBC, and conduct the same according to parliamentary rules and perform such other duties as designated as from the delegate body. That is what the president is supposed to do. If the president doesn't know how to do that, then he shouldn't run for president.